Welcome back to Mountain Connections. Right now, I'm honored to have Maddie Howard joining us from Washington, Utah. She is a contestant on American Ninja Warrior. Maddie, thanks for being here today. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks so much for having me.
So impressed by the athleticism and just everything that you have to do to be a part of American Ninja Warrior. Tell me a little bit more about what made you interested in the first place in being on the show.
So, I was a gymnast growing up and I practiced for 4 hours a day all throughout elementary school and high school, and then went on to do gymnastics through SUU at college. And so, once I was done, I just was looking for something else that was fun, that would also keep me active. And I found Ninja Warrior, and it was a perfect fit.
How do you train for American Ninja Warrior? It seems to be so many different things on the course. You don't always know what to expect. So, how do you get ready?
There is actually an awesome ninja gym here locally. There's two of them. And so I go there and train. We have a great community there. And they just have a ton of upper body obstacles and balance obstacles. And so we just do the best we can to try and prepare everything so that we can tackle whatever the show throws at us.
And what was it like getting on the show? I know that it can be really difficult. It can take some people years to get on, but for you, what was the qualification process like?
So my first year, I had only been doing it a few months and just decided to submit an application with the rest of the people at my gym. And so I was actually super shocked to get on the show that first year. And then ever since then, I've just kept applying because I love it and it's so much fun.
And what can you tell me about your time on the show so far?
So this year was really special because I had a baby last year. And so my baby was 6 months old this year when I competed on the show. And so it was really fun just having him there on the sidelines with my husband cheering me on. And um, it was just a lot of fun.
And how did you do that? How did you get ready for the show? I know we talked already about training, but having a very small infant, pretty much a newborn, did that add to your stress or did that really help give you more purpose or kind of a mixture of both?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I would say all throughout pregnancy, I wasn't like swinging and flying through the air as much, which I really missed. And so afterwards, I was just really excited to get back to it. And so I think it was great motivation to help get me back into shape. And I just decided to do the show, even though I knew I wouldn't be in my peak condition, but just to do it anyways and try my best.
When you reflect back on your time doing this show, was there anything that really surprised you, whether it was the course or just behind the scenes, or there's so many different elements that come together when filming a show like American Ninja Warrior. Was there anything that was really unexpected?
It's really interesting because I am used to competing in athletic competitions, but I have no experience before the show of being on a TV show or anything in the production world. And so that took a while for me to get used to. And they also film the TV show a lot of times throughout the night. And so I wasn't really expecting that when I first applied.
And did you feel like your community, Utah as a state, but also your smaller community, really supported you through this entire process? I know it's ongoing and still happening, but do you feel that you had kind of an extra cheering section being from this great state?
Yes, the community here in St. George, Utah has been amazing. I have my ninja family, which I train with, and that's a really tight knit and fun community. And then I also work at the hospital here, and a lot of my nursing coworkers have been so supportive, and they actually traveled down to watch me compete on the show. So that was really fun.
What advice do you have for people who are watching and maybe want to be on the show, or even individuals who are younger and someday they want to grow up and do this, train for it, maybe compete in different ways? Do you have any words of wisdom for them?
There are so many ninja gyms now all around the country, and so I'm sure that wherever you live, you could find somewhere to train by you. And I would just say go train, get to know the coaches because it is just such a fun and friendly community. And it really just is something that can push you out of your comfort zone and that you can always grow in. And so I really love that about Ninja.
And what's next for you that you can tell us? Do you want to do the show again? Can you? Or in another 5, 10 years, when you think about your athleticism and American Ninja Warrior, this experience, where do you hope to be?
I plan to keep doing the show. I'll apply again next year. This year, this season, I made it past the semifinals. And so next is the Las Vegas finals, which should be coming up in the next few weeks.
We can't wait to tune in. We'll be cheering for you from Park City Television across the entire state of Utah and country, actually. Maddie, it's an absolute pleasure speaking with you today. Thank you for joining us. How can we get more information about you, the show, and follow along with everything you're doing?
Yeah, so the final should air in the next couple of weeks. It's on Peacock and Hulu and NBC. And I hope you guys tune in.
Well, Maddie Howard, thank you so much for joining us today. We'll be back with much more right here on Mountain Connections right after this.